helps with people watching. I think it also helps with just being competitive. Like, forget being friends all the time on the court. So I respect it. Now, having somebody meet you in the tunnel, that's a little over the top. All right, we got Jonathan J. Bates up on the line. How's it going?
I'm doing good. How's it going with you?
Good, man. Appreciate you for calling in. And NBA writer Jonathan Bates. Great to get you on the show. Follow him on Twitter at Jonathan J. Bates. So I wanted to, first of all, get your Super Bowl picks. So I've been talking about this all show. Wanted to get your thoughts on who you think is going to the Super Bowl.
You know, of course, I'm going to start with the AFC, but I feel like the New England Patriots will be back in the Super Bowl, and that's just because that's based off the experience. And the Patriots is a team that have a lot of experience. 1, Tom Brady. 2, Bill Belichick. And you have to think about the Jaguars. They have full of players that's freshmen and sophomores and even juniors on the team that never even been to the Super Bowl or been in the AFC Conference Championship game. So you have to put that in fact. And plus, they're in New England. Don't get me wrong now. The Jacksonville Jaguars have a great defense that can cause Tom Brady problems, and they have Leonard Fournette that can rush up to 100 yards to get the Patriots defense off balance. But Tom Brady is too great for him to let that happen. And I don't feel like the Jacksonville Jaguars is the team that deserves to be in the Super Bowl, if you get what I'm trying to say a little bit. But it wouldn't seem right if the Jaguars was in the Super Bowl. But going to the NFC side, it's the Vikings. The Vikings is destined to go to the Super Bowl. After Stephon Diggs made that terrific catch and just win the game after that, the Vikings is destined to make it. Another reason why is Nick Foles is not that great enough to beat the Vikings, not their defense or anything like that. I don't know how the Atlanta Falcons even lost to the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people say.
Yeah, the Eagles' offense was not that great, and I feel like the Atlanta Falcons should have had way more points than that. They should have put up 28. But you know, they have to rebuild and do a whole bunch of stuff in Atlanta. They have to figure out something. It's a piece missing that we don't know about. But I say it's going to be the Vikings versus the Patriots, and that's going to be a great game. And it's not going to be a gimme for Tom Brady.
Yeah, I think it is, and that's my picks too. Vikings and Patriots. I think the Jaguars, it's going to be hard for them to beat Tom Brady and Belichick. Belichick, I guarantee you, he is cooking up a plan. The plan's probably already cooked up, but he's cooked up a plan for the Jaguars that they've never seen before. I understand the Jaguars have a great defense that can play to the style of the Patriots, but Belichick can flip it up like nobody else. They could run the ball 50 times tomorrow, and everybody would be like, I wasn't expecting them to do that. Exactly. Nobody was expecting them to do that, but he's going to do whatever it takes for them to win. And when they're in this situation here, they win games. They don't flop. You don't see the Patriots flopping. Now, if Tom Brady's hand is truly an issue, then this could be an X factor in this game. But I just don't know if the Jaguars can overcome.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Now I'm going to get the Jaguars the benefit of the doubt now. How I think this game is going to go is that the Patriots nor the Jaguars is going to score a touchdown in the first quarter. I think it's going to be like a 3-0 game heading into the second quarter, and then the Patriots is going to get things going in the second half. Now, I do think it's going to be a close game in the first half, but in the second half, the Patriots are going to take off. And that's just because Bill Belichick is one of the best coaches, one of the smartest coaches, and he can make moves at halftime. So you can always tell what type of head coach a team have based off second half performances, because you always have to make adjustments at halftime. So we shall see, but I will put all my money on the Patriots.
Okay. And I'm sure a lot of people would agree with you. Mocha Bella in the chat room, she says, Duval, go Jaguars. Man, that's not even a city, but people just go crazy about Duval. But so I've been talking about the Cavs, the drama with the Cavs, and I know you're close to the NBA and you follow NBA very closely. Do you see them trading for someone, or do you see them just playing the course and dealing with it?
Oh, definitely. The Cavaliers are definitely going to make a move, especially if LeBron James is on his team right now. The Cavaliers are struggling early. They cannot be an NBA Finals contender team at this point. I don't even think that they can win. Well, they're going to win in the first and second round, but it's definitely going to be a problem heading into the Eastern Conference Finals against a team like the Celtics or a team like the Bucks or even a team like the Wizards. I feel like the Wizards still have a chance, but yes, the Cavaliers will make a move during the trade deadline, and they need to. Right now, they're getting their butt kicked by the Thunder right now. And this is just the second quarter, and they losing 43-26. So they need to do something on the defensive side. They need to get a defensive player and a perfect six-man, somebody like Lou Williams or Eric Gordon off the bench. That's somebody that the Cavaliers need ASAP. And Isaiah Thomas, I know he's not fully 100%, but he seems like he's not covering everything Kyrie Irving doing right now.
Yeah, and another guy, do you see them possibly trading for Wesley Matthews? I've been bringing up this name pretty much all show, but he's a 3-and-D guy, and there's a lot linked to Nerlens Noel and LeBron. They got the same agent. You can package a deal, but I'm thinking the Cavs are going to have to get rid of this pick, this Brooklyn pick, sooner or later, and I think that's going to have to be packaged into whatever deal that they make.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I heard that they were looking into George Hill. I think that's a dumb move. It's horrible. It's just like having another Derrick Rose on the team, and I honestly think D. Rose is better than George Hill. But George Hill is definitely a liability on the team right now if he was to be on the Cavaliers. And the rookie De'Aaron Fox is outplaying him right now, so I don't think the Cavs should go on that role. I don't think they need a backup point guard necessarily. They need exactly what you said, a 3-and-D guy or some more wings. Now, that's all about the NBA right now, 3-and-D guys and wings, athletic wings, and I feel like the Cavs is lacking that right now. J.R. Smith is not stepping up. Kevin Love, dang sure not stepping up at all this year. He just needs to do a better job. Tristan Thompson, with the Kardashian. Everybody have their own problem in Cleveland right now. LeBron James is not coming back to next year. So the Cavaliers don't even know what their next step going to be for the future. So they possibly not even thinking about right now. They're thinking about the future and what they're going to do. Are they going to trade Isaiah Thomas? Are they going to let Derrick Rose lead the team next year in the point guard? Them all question marks. But as in for the trade deadline, yes, I feel like the Cavaliers are buying. They're not selling, they're buying to be in the playoffs. They only have 1 year left, 1 year title left in that window, and that's it.
Yeah, I agree. Now, where do you see LeBron going? You mentioned you don't see LeBron being here next year. Where do you see him going next year?
That's a good question. That's a good question. I always love to be on this show. It's definitely a great question. I feel like LeBron James will be. Man, you got me.
I kind of caught you right there. My bad.
I think he might be in LA with Lonzo Ball. I feel like Lonzo Ball want him. I feel like it's a lot of young players that's great on the Lakers. They just need a true leader. And I feel like they don't have a true leader on that team yet. So I'm going to have to say the Lakers, or he can go to San Antonio. Even if I don't know their cap situation in San Antonio or anything like that, but if LeBron James want to win, he's going to have to go to San Antonio. And I feel like he's going to take his talents to the Western Conference to solidify his resume. Because I know a lot of people are saying he had to go to the Eastern Conference weak, all of that. And LeBron James, pay attention to that. Do not let LeBron James tell you don't pay attention to that. LeBron James pay attention to his stats, his success, and he want to be the greatest player in the NBA. Now, he's not like Kobe Bryant where he sugarcoat everything and go by the rules and say the only thing you need to say in the interview. LeBron James want to be the best player, and I feel like he's going to go to the Western Conference to prove himself. So I say the San Antonio Spurs or the Los Angeles Lakers.
Okay. And anything's possible with LeBron. Nothing is off the table. As many times people think they know what LeBron's going to do, 99% of the time they have no clue what he's going to do, because
Right.
he keeps it as hush hush as possible. He may do another decision. Who knows?
Right.
But
Right.
you don't know
He
what
might
he's
go
going
to
to do.
Toronto Raptors.
Which would be crazy. Oh Lord, don't do that.
But one thing that I did want to add to the mix before anything else, the Philadelphia 76ers, I feel like they're a dark horse. I feel like the Philadelphia 76ers is a dark horse. He always conversating with Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, saying that they're doing good with trusting the process. But only reason why I wouldn't put the 76ers on there is because he want to win now and his career is going down. And those players are really not ready to go to the playoffs yet. They haven't even played the playoffs yet. So,
Yeah,
they're a dark horse team.
definitely. All right, so before I let you go, I got a caller calling in about 5 minutes. Talk about the NBA tension and the fights going on. Is there something in the Kool-Aid? Why is everybody so high strung right now?
I actually like it. I see a lot of people on Twitter saying they shouldn't do this. I like it. I love
Competition.
it. It's bringing back old basketball. Now players is getting too wild, like Aaron Afalo. Now he made it seem like it was a boxing match. But I do like what players doing right now. Ben Simmons and DeMar DeRozan, Chris Paul, everything that I'm loving it. You have to compete. You shouldn't be shaking hands with a player after you just lost by 30 points. That's not what you do. I don't think Michael Jordan did that or Kobe Bryant did that. You're supposed to be mad and ready to get in the team, but it's the next game. But I do like how the tension is getting overboard, a little bit too overboard, but they can keep it where it is right now. And with the referees and the players getting into it with each other, they need to figure that out ASAP. Because that's been a problem too. Not just the players fighting each other, but the NBA players versus the referees. They need to figure something out, or I feel like it's going to be another, like a CBA bargaining or holdout again in the next few years or something will happen.
Yeah, and the good thing about the NBA, which I mentioned is that the players in the NBA have figured it out. They know that they have the power. So if there's something they don't like, I guarantee you they can come to the table and say, hey, like, we can walk. Like, in this sport would be nothing.
Right.
If we leave, this sport is nothing. You can't get no replacements. You can't get a replacement for LeBron.
You hit it right on the money. See, this is perfect because the NFL players wouldn't do it. MLB players not going to do it. The NBA players is the only league that's going to do it and have the brains to do it and really willing to risk their money. You just hit it right on the head with that. I might tweet it out, and I'm going to tag your name.
But and then you think a huge part of it to me is football. Like, time after time, I don't know if the guys understand the business side. The people that are at the front of the NFLPA, I don't know if they understand it like the people in the NBA do. You have a long list of guys who've been up and down the NBA. They understand it. They understand it to a T. So that's what the NFL players need to do. They need to figure out what buttons to push, because their lives are at risk more, 100%, 500% more than what they is in the NBA. So maybe they need to sit down and have a conversation. NBA players need to talk to NFL players.
And I know you have to go. I know you have to got more people. But before I do go off, you're right. The NFL players should be getting paid more. I think they should be the most highest paying league in everywhere. They should be getting paid more than the NBA players. But they so caught up and so crazy. I don't know what's going on. But they should be the main ones sitting out, not playing. We want more guaranteed contracts, or we want this to happen. We want that to happen. But in the NFL, you're not even getting guaranteed contracts. There's players that's getting $1 million in their star. Yeah, it's crazy.
Definitely. So appreciate you for coming on, Jonathan J. Bates. Go follow him on Twitter, Jonathan J. Bates, up to date on all of NBA, and go check him out.
And my brother wanted to say something. He's a fan of your show. A huge fan of the show. Huge fan.
Oh, definitely, man. Appreciate you. What's your name?
Joseph Bates.
Oh, man, appreciate that. That means a lot to me. Thank you guys for tuning in and enjoying the show. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you. Keep up the hard work.
Definitely. Take care. All right. Jonathan J. Bates was on the line. So, We got our next guest.